What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. We'll be doing a live play-by-play reaction, scoreboard, chatting with you for tonight's game, our San Antonio Spurs versus a real NBA team, the Miami Heat. I'm hearing Devin Vassell is back, and this should be a better test of where our Spurs are at. I do know Tyler Hero's out for tonight for the Heat. I don't know who else is out, but maybe a bit better test than what we saw the other night. But also, maybe our guys will have a little less rust. And it'll be a fun game, and hopefully another Spurs win. Zach, good evening. Yes, I hope to make the playoffs because the Giants sure as heck aren't. Area 51 is here. Go Spurs, go to you. Coca Shiba, what's going on? Glaze and Bacon got the notification, but he's got to take a shower. He'll have the stream on while doing homework. Hey, you're in college, man. Happens to all of us eventually. Zach, good summer. Can't believe it's over. Actually, it's been over for 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. What's going on? Steven Z, of course, the couch contingent's all here, hiding behind Big Coyote. We got the Hulk, Grogu, Jonathan, JL, Groot, Michelangelo, Mikey, and of course, Baby Yoda up in the back. You can kind of see them a little bit back there. There's the Hulk, and there's Grogu's headband. Rub Grogu's headband for good luck, I guess. Bonjour, Julian. Ernesto, good evening to you. Jamie, what's up? Alvin, do I think the Spurs have a chance? Yeah. Every game this year, I'll think they'll have a chance, barring injuries. If Wemby's out and Castle's out and Fox is out, I mean, if they have a ton of guys out, then maybe I'll be a little less confident. But a healthy Wemby, we should always have a chance. What's going on? Rico in Athens. Nice. Devin Vassell, Julian Champagny, Kelvin Johnson, Harrison Barnes, and Victor Wembanyama. All right, so Vassell's playing the point, I guess. Wow, what a weird lineup. The result of the game is not really important, but the result at the half. Yes, actually, yep, that is fair enough because at the end of the game, we're going to have players from deep into the benches. They're G League players playing. So yes, the halftime's going to give us a better idea. And Zach, I still play Magic. I play Commanders. Still have 58 decks, 32 non-budget, 26 budget. I play 2 or 3 times a month. Not a ton, but I play casually to keep in touch with friends. Yep, so first two quarters to Kokoshiwo. I think that is what we should be focusing on. Buenas noches, Hector Jimenez. It's a little bit of a weird lineup, and I did see it from other folks. Actually, I think Spurs Talk had mentioned this. Who is back? SpursTalk.com was down for like a month, and I thought the site was pulled down. They're back up doing reviews of the games, which I always enjoy reading. And they also mentioned Kelvin Johnson's bulked up a bit, which I don't know. I think, he looked good Monday, but he's got to look good tonight against the NBA team. Son of Scar, let's go to you. Thank you for stopping in. Kokoshibo, Castle just out for precautionary stuff. Banged his knee in the scrimmage on Saturday. As far as I know, nothing serious whatsoever. Smith, Powell, Wiggins, Jovic, and Bam. All right, that's obviously Heroes out. So thank you, Jay Money. I got most of those guys as starters. Actually, it's the starting lineup minus Tyler Hero. Yes, Miami is 0-2. I did see that. Just subbed the Fubo TV, and it's blacked out. It's on NBA TV, BC. Is NBA TV part of the Fubo package? I think Fubo has NBA TV. Put it on NBA TV. And if it's blacked out, then I don't know what to tell you. That would suck. No, Chris, Wemby 2 quarters. Oh, all right, Zach. So you are referencing also known as infinite mana, where you just start. You could essentially almost have an endless turn. Some do have an endless turn and win that way. My friends don't do that. That's competitive Magic, and actually sounds like CEDH, which is the most competitive version of Magic. That is not the format for a casual player. Amityville, I agree. Or, there you go, Bart, it's on CW if you're in the San Antonio area. Spurs about to be 1 up, I hope. Yeah, Jay Money got a lot of... This is the busiest time by far ever for sports for me. Even though I don't cover the Yankees and Giants in long-form content, you got the Yankees going right now. Last I checked, they're down 1-0. If you guys can keep me updated on the Yankees, because after this game, I'm jumping over to the Yankees game because it'll probably be in the 7th or 8th inning. If they lose tonight, they're done. The Giants are in full swing. They play tomorrow night. They suck again. But I'm still going to cover them in shorts. And of course, we got the Spurs. I'll be live for as many games as possible, hopefully at least 80. The Wemby is Back song. In case you guys don't know, I have a song called Wemby is Back. Appropriately did a video about that yesterday. I will record the vocals probably this weekend. I have a 4-day weekend, and maybe, if all goes right, have the video up Monday. I'm enjoying making music again. It doesn't get a lot of views, but I love doing it, and it is sports related. I mean, the song's about the Giants, Yankees, and the Spurs. Spurred out with the $5 super chat. He says, hey TSR, this is Jetted Out. I do remember the channel name Jetted Out. Change the name and ready for Spurs ball. Let's go effing Spurs go. I try not to swear on the channel if possible, but yes. Thank you very much for the super chat. Yeah, I'm ready for another one. Undefeated preseason. Is Theo Johnson good? He's been, Maxwell, all right, so the 2 tight end set worked good for the Giants on the 2 opening drives on Sunday, and then it just got shut down after that. So he started good, he started hot, and finished ice cold. Stewart, the Giants every year. Oh, Marty Reyes, this is not a job. No way. Way too few subscribers. If I was going to even contemplate doing YouTube full time, I would need at least $500,000 to equal my salary, to equal my benefits, to equal my retirement. So one thing you got to factor in with YouTube. People do make good money on this, but if you are a smaller channel like me, no, I couldn't. Plus, a smaller channel like this, I'd have to have memberships. I'd constantly beating you guys over the head with sponsorships, which I don't do. So thank you for asking. Not even close to being a full-time job. I do it for fun. I appreciate the super chats. I like Google's ad revenue, but I do this because I'm a Spurs fan in Connecticut, and there's no Spurs community here. But with you guys, I have a Spurs community. Plus, I've always enjoyed making content, like creating something since I was like 6 or 7 years old. What's up, the Team Onyx? Spurs first 5, do you mean the starting 5? Stingray X Factor, what's up? It's going to be Wemby, Barnes, Johnson, Vassell, and Champagnie. I mean, those are shooters. Not so much Keldon, unless he's found his shot again, but it should be interesting to have them out there. And then, of course, the Twin Towers should be fun when we see Wemby and Cornet. I saw some posts on Facebook about them being the French vanilla connection. I was like, no, let's not. That's terrible. Goes for his go to Caesar. No, I'm already fine. A lot of people do ask. And I like to be transparent, folks. This is for fun. I have a second channel called Philobox Comics. I would love to get that monetized. Not necessarily for the money, but just, it's like a sense of accomplishment, because I would have 2 channels on YouTube that are completely different, not even related, that, you know, we're able to make it. And it would be on their own. I think there's only a few of you that have subscribed to the second channel, which is fine. If you're not interested, no pressure here. But it's a goal. And then maybe someday a 3rd channel. I've had a 3rd channel in my head, like a music channel. That would be non-sports music. More on that at some other point. I don't like rage bait videos. Sir, no, not my thing. Good evening, 2 Clutch Corey. I mean, I do get I did swear I hate when I swear on the channel, but when the Yankees lost game, I don't know which game it was. Maybe it's a Red Sox game. Whatever game they lost recently, I definitely let an F-bomb out when the last player struck out. Maybe it was Rice. I'm not sure. I think it's a New York thing. Just when New York plays Boston, the anger comes out, and sometimes my internal censorship button, I can't keep it pressed. I do swear very little, almost not at all, in the Spurs content. Although I did have a Freudian slip yesterday when I was talking about shot selection, and instead of there was an I in there. It happens. And unfortunately, because I shoot the videos at work that you guys watch during the day, I don't have time to redo it. It's usually one take. It is one take, but it's usually I have to do it on the 1st or 2nd take, or at worst, the 3rd take, because I only have 15 minutes to shoot those and get them up on YouTube. Yeah, but no, I'm feeling good about Cornet. I'm feeling really good. What's going on, Tristan? Yeah, a lot of our guards are injured. No, Stingray Expert, I should be able to maintain a weekly comic book upload. The video this week was delayed until Friday because the video coverage or video footage I shot for my speaking parts about what I picked up, the microphone was muted. So I shot it real quick today in a half hour. It'll definitely be up Friday. I have a couple CGC books and one from Heritage Auctions coming over the next month or 2. So those are easy, quick hit, one take, open it up, talk about the book, what did I pay? Because I like to be transparent on the video like here. I tell you guys, everything I paid on Philbox Comics for every comic. There's no secrets over there, whether it's $1 or a lot more. Players are on the court, and away we go. Frozen TSR. Good old frozen TSR. All right, Demisel with the first bucket of the game. I'm making sure we got the players on the court all lined up. We're slightly off. And now we're good. All right, let's have a good game, Spurs fans. And if there's any Heat fans in the chat, thank you for being here. You're appreciated as well. To all you guys, go Spurs, go. My realistic expectation is 50 wins. I don't think that's beyond. I think that's possible. Yeah, and easy. I'm a little curious on that backcourt as well, but wow, Wemby just gets thrown down to the ground. Is that an offensive foul? What the heck just happened? I saw Wemby hit the floor. Did they call it on him? It's Heat ball. Got a little tangled up. It could have gone on either guy. I just wouldn't have called a foul on either one, to be honest with you. Speaking of fouls, we have another foul already. Yeah, offensive foul. Prince Vic, what's going on? So one thing I don't want to see in the preseason, and I really don't want to see in the regular season, is a lot of whistles. Please, for the love of basketball. Every little... I was watching an NFL game. I don't know which one it was. Maybe on Sunday. And a linebacker tackled the court. It was a Giants game. Jackson Dart got tackled. And the linebacker or end or whatever it was didn't even fall and fell off to the side. And they called a roughing the passer. You can't even tackle the quarterback anymore. So like the NBA, you just like you can't defend people. Wemby gets into the paint. Little shot at the rim, good. Like to see him clean up the turnovers tonight. Heat ball, there's a shot from the corner. And that is no good. I cannot see who shot that. Might be some guys out there for the Heat I'm not totally familiar with. Basel with a quick pull-up three. Clang, no good. Your broadcast is just now tipping off? Nikola Jovic is fouled? That is 3 fouls on the Spurs already. Yeah, the Dyards, he is definitely stronger this year than his prior 2 years. So yes, he's going to have to learn, he's going to have to make adjustments to his new physique for sure. Yep, Harbor Fox Castle all banged up and not playing. Toby, good evening to you. And, well, there's an easy dunk for Wiggins. I don't have Wiggins on here. I don't have Wiggins' number here. Andrew Wiggins, why don't you have a number? There you go. Spurs ball. Wemby with the ball. Passes it out. Champagny back to Wemby. 5 on the shot clock for Wemby. Drive, stops. Off-balance jumper. Tough shot. Rolls around. And Wemby with another bucket. All right. Victor with 4 points already. Spurs up 6-2. Bam Adebayo with the ball. Pass it around. They go into the corner. And this is going to be... I thought it was going to be a turnover. It's not. It's a little jumper. And it is good by Norman Powell. I'm looking at my Heat roster and yeah, a bunch of guys that didn't have numbers on there. Right, a little rusty. All thrown off from that game against the Chinese team. Wemby with the ball again. Falls down. And that's going to be a defensive foul on Powell. We're getting some Wemby already. Thank you, Stingray X Factor. Joseph, my off-season was great. I enjoyed the time off. I probably could have did a few more Spurs videos, stuff on the scrimmage. Maybe I could have touched the Kawhi Leonard stuff. I don't know, but as soon as August hits, I just need a break. You know, I'm a very busy person in a good way. Job, girlfriend, the music stuff, Magic the Gathering, the comic book channel. Comic books take up a lot of time now in a good way. That's a turnover for the Spurs. I think it's going to be charged to Wemby. Now a huge block by Wemby down the other end, and now an open 3 in the corner for the Heat. Well, looks like we got a foul on the Heat. Oh, it's all tied to 6. I missed a bit. Was that goaltending? Yeah, dang. It was just starting its arc down. Goaltending on Wemby. That was a close one, but that was a goaltend. Sell with the ball, starts driving in the paint, stops, pops, clang. Yeah, I mean, those smaller guys do struggle with them. Toby missed TSR is over in Montenegro right now. And a foul on Champagny. Gosh. Whistles. J Money, I know we play on Friday. Is it against the Utah Jazz? That's game 5 of the Yankees. Shoot. Well, in that scenario, as soon as the Jazz and Spurs game is over, right over to the Yankees game. Yeah, it's good to take time off. I've gotten burned out before, Stingray X Factor, so it's very important that I don't let that happen again. For those of you that don't know, I have been on YouTube, me personally, for almost 19 years. December of 2006 is when I started. Granted, I wasn't very active from 2006 to about 2016. I was doing like one movie a year as a low-budget film channel, or 6 or 7, actually maybe 10 or 12 weird episodes of whatever. Norm Powell's at the line for one more. It was a 3-point shot he was fouled on. So I always try to be very aware of if I'm feeling just a little burned out. And I was this summer. I needed a break in August and September. I did the shorts for the Yankees and Giants, and that was it. And now I feel refreshed, feel rested, and here we are. Champagny, just a big, better character right now, I'm easy. Bryn Forbes out the court is a toolbox. They're calling a lot of fouls in this game. Yes, D-Gunk. Wemby fakes the 3, rifles it around to Keldon, the 3 in the court. Keldon! It's only 2 threes, I believe, but I believe he's 2 of 2 from 3 so far. Man, if he can get his 3-point shot back to where it was a few years ago when he shot around, I think, 39%, there's a triple for Smith. I looked away, and that was a 3-pointer for Julian Champagny. I'll take Julian Champagny over Bryn Forbes. Any day and twice on Sunday. There's a miss. Spurs ball, all tied at 12. A little under 7.5 minutes to go. Wemby with the ball, starts to drive. And he'll pick up his dribble. 14 on the shot clock. Wait, that's a travel. Did somebody hit the ball? All right, never mind. Nem so far, Devasel is 0 for 2. And yes, underscore, we do not have a point guard. We started Devasel and Julian Champagny in the backcourt. Road trip, what's going on? Has Drew Smith been waved that many times, Glazing Bacon? I looked away for a second. I didn't see what happened. Was that a quick turnover? That's 3 turnovers for the Spurs and 0 for the Heat. Yeah, that was a turnover, I think, on Devasel. Literally, the Spurs just inbounded the ball, and it was an immediate turnover. Jovic with a little jumper in the paint, good. 14-12 Heat. Yo, Denzel, good evening to you. Wemby with the drive. Awkward layup, no good. Jacob, I can't wait for all the Spurs games this year. There's another corner 3 for the Heat. That's by Andrew Wiggins, and the Spurs are down by 5. Biggest lead of the game. Spurs, please win. You put 1,000 on it? What? 17-12. All right, cheap plug announcement. If you have not hit the thumbs up, please do so. Fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious. It helps the channel. And Pop is going to show you what it looks like. Stormy, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Yup. What is the idea? Do you mean his lineup right now? Because his lineup is... it's different. Yeah, I would not put 1,000 on a preseason game. Yeah, Wemby playing some point. And no, we don't have any guards. Stephon Castle's hurt. Actually, if Stephon Castle's hurt, that means Jonathan's not happy about that. Which means... Hoodie up! I got 50 on Wemby for 15 plus points. Walsh, I think that should be very doable. Should. Dr. Phil Allen, DPA. What's going on? Thank you for stopping in. No Kokoshibo. De'Aaron Fox out for the first 5 games. Stephon Castle out for a little while longer. Dylan Harper out. I don't know when he's coming back. I've heard he'll be back at some point in the preseason. Yes, Keto, we do. We do. But they're all unavailable right now. It makes me sad. The Spurs are drafting guards and guards and guards, and we're obliged to play with point guard. Hey, remember how good Point Sohan worked out? Point Wemby, man. Since we're talking about gambling tonight, I do have some gambling advice for all you guys. I am Groot. There you go. There's my advice. Oh, T-Dunk, you're right. Good luck, Boop. I have been forgetting the Coyote Boop. Boop. Toronto's still up 1-0. What's that all about? And if the Yankees lose tonight, that'll be one less thing I got to cover on sports. And covering the Giants, unless mine will just fill my toilet bowl. Bowl going down the drain. Now they have. Miami is 0-2 right now. The Spurs are 1-0. Lemonade says, Wemby point guard better than Sohan, but not ideal. No, not ideal at all. We need to have a legit point guard in there. Make it so. Jean-Luc Picard. A.K.A. JL. Well, we're in a commercial break now. So one more commercial break. You know I like to get a little silly. Oh, walk off would be great, J Money. You use the headband. May the headband be with you. Spurs fan, see? Oh, Spurs fan. I see Luke Cornett in the game, but not out there with Wemby, unfortunately. Harrison Barnes with the ball for the Spurs, down 17-12, 6.5 minutes to go. Is ESPN updating there? There we go. I just had to click on the screen. Ricky Lombardo and Ron Jam do not gamble. Nor do I. Ooh, safe space. I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying there. Yeah, the losing, and I mean, the team has been I mean, is that the case? That stank is on me. I started calling the Spurs full-time in the fall of 2019, and they've only been a losing team since I've started calling them, so I'm stinky too. Stinky TSR. There's a miss for the Heat at Spurs ball. Kelvin with it. Drops it off to Champagny. Champagny out in three-point land. Gets it into Cornett. Cornett with a little turnaround jumper. Luke Cornett unleashing the offense with San Antonio. Had 16 points on Monday on 6 of 6 shooting. I believe he also went 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Also had 4 boards. Miami ball, 10 on the shot clock. And we're going to have a foul on Devin Vassell. Juan, no, I'm not really. I mean, actually, the Spurs play on Halloween, right? So I think I got to dress up as Freddy Krueger. I got the glove, I got a sweater, I got a hat. So Freddy Krueger, not the mask. It'd be way too warm in here, and you guys wouldn't be able to hear me. Skull, they're looking better than their 0-2 record. Hola, Jason Cardona. Hola, amigo. That first free throw is. I was looking away. I think that was a miss for Jovic. Heater on the bonus, no surprise. Physique, I love Spaceballs 1, but I'm always concerned with franchises that have sequels 10 plus years later, and this would be 35 plus years later. I agree, his comedy might not hold up. He's pushing 100 years old. I don't mean to say this to be rude, but he might not make it till this movie's released. I mean, he's so old. I hope nothing happens to him, but man, we needed a sequel many, many years ago, The Search for More Money. There's a foul in the Heat. I did, Octane. Flower, we don't have any links in here. This is just a live play-by-play hangout Spurs community type thing. If you find your own link, by all means, do what you're going to do, but you won't find any here. Thank you for stopping in. You think Vassell bulked up a little bit? I don't know if that's good or bad for his game. Keldon Johnson with the ball at the moment. He's put a little weight on himself. Churro weight. Muscles his way in, throws it up off the backboard, rolls around, and rolls in. All right, Kellen. Lance, good evening from the Philippines. There's a miss for the Heat. Devin Vassell with the rebound. And now another whistle. Man, these refs are blowing the whistle. I think there's a foul on Jaime Jaquez Jr. probably. Maybe. Maybe not. Yes. Jaquez has 2 fouls already. And he just checked in, I think, a couple minutes ago. Spurs ball. Luke Cornett gives it to Devin Vassell. Vassell out to Kelman. Kelman's going to muscle his way into the paint. To Cornett. Cornett with the reverse layup. Good. Luke Cornett, man. J.K. Kelman Johnson has looked better in the little bit we've seen him so far. And I hope that continues throughout the season. He can be a really solid player for us off the bench. I know he's not going to sling any D. I accept that. But if he can be an offensive spark plug and an efficient offensive spark plug, I'll take it. Cassie, it's on NBA TV. Right? Okay. Yankees tied at 1-1. Julius, good evening from Austin to you. You know, lights out. I haven't seen either of the Blade Runner movies. Yes, Sirski, good evening to you. Yup. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Luke Cornett. Absolutely loving it. Like McDonald's. HB with the ball and 3-point land. Going to chuck a 3 straight up. Good. Yeah, Crimson, he really is. Did you hear that VJ Edgecombe starting in the regular season, Skull? Really? TJ's defense. Sling and D just means playing defense. What else could it possibly mean? Am I missing something? Path BS, Go Spurs go to you. Nate Dog, what's going on? I got Coyote. Wow, Skull, that's okay. We have 2 free throws coming up for Man because they've been getting fouled left and right. I don't know if I agree with all of them. Bam Adebayo at the line. Bam makes the first one. Cornett is a great screener. He ended up to be one of the biggest steals in free agency. For players in his price range. And some analysis thought he was overpaid. I thought maybe he was slightly overpaid when we got him. I put one too many points on the board for the Heat. My bad. Slightly overpaid, but man, he's looking like he's worth every penny in the little bit we've seen so far. Spurs up by 2. Cornett with the ball at the moment. Who the hell's this guy? Who's this guy for the Spurs? Is that what's his head? ESPN hasn't updated the board yet, but somebody just checked him for the Spurs, and it's one of the guys whose name's like Flugler or what's his name? Flagler. From the Thunder. Yo, Denzel, what's going on? All right, I did have my scoreboard right. They were wrong. Domino, what's up? Hi, McDean. Carter Bryant is checking the name. Carter looked really good with his assertiveness against the Loon Lions on Monday night. Really like what I saw from him transition, attacking. And we have 2 more free throws coming up from Miami Heat. Norman Powell fouled. Aloha, Federal Flav. Bing, bop, boom, bop, bing, bop, bam. Tyler Hero is out tonight. I don't know what the injury is. Why he's out. Pele Larson's checking in? Is that how you say his name? Pele? All tied up at 21. Kakushiba, they're blowing whistles left and right. Second free throw for Powell. Swish. 22-21. 3:35 to go to get the ball inbounds. Play that as Flagler again. You gotta be careful saying his name. I don't get in trouble here. Flagler. Norm Powell has 7 points already. Looking like Michael Jordan out there. Champagny with a long 3. Good. Julian's hit a couple threes. Luke Cornett better than Zach Collins? No, it's not too early. Luke Cornett better than Zach Collins. And Crimson Crusader, yes, these refs suck. Flagler from the corner, no good. Flagler with the rebound for the Heat. Heat trying to go fast break. That's a turnover. Intercepted by Julian Champagny. Spurs ball. There's another 3. Air ball! Flagler with the air ball. Was that Flagler? Maybe it wasn't. Some of these guys I'm not totally used to on the Spurs roster. I know the starters. Kello Ware with a jumper over Luke Cornett. No good. Spurs ball up by 2. Both teams are in the bonus 2.5 minutes ago. What's up, Gabriel? Aaron Judge coming up next. Let's go. David Lee has arrived. Champagne for 3 again. Julian. What's he got, like 9 points? Genmar Wemby is playing. He is on a break. All right. Julian Champagne with the good start. I like it. This is the UConn mascot, by the way. No Stephon Castle tonight, but Julian, is he on the last year of his contract? I know we got him for 4 years, $3 million. I think he's got. I don't know if he has one more year or if this is it. He's got 9 points, 3 of 3 from 3-point land. Waters checked in. That's what I get confused with. Lindy Waters a third. I'm not overly familiar with Waters and Flagler, so when I see him, it takes me a few moments to process who the heck they are. Do I pop the Champagne? Yeah, JC, they are, and they played a little on Monday. I don't remember anything being really particularly memorable. I don't think Flagler played well. I think Waters hit a couple threes. I don't know what Jonathan's doing. He's dancing. Game break. Hopefully I'll be getting an update from you guys. Oh, Baby Yoda, right? Or Baby Yoda. Grows right here. 2 more years. Thank you, Skull. He's got his headband. Grogu in the house. Hanging out, running the scoreboard, doing his thing. Salute. Jeremiah, I saw that nickname today. I was like, no, I'm not. I can't. That's just so weird. What'd you miss? Nothing crazy's happened. No big, like, monster dunks or anything. Just Julian Champagne's been hitting threes left and right. He's 3 of 3 from the arc right now. Chuck Norris, he is right here. I'm curious when Jeremy Sohan's going to be good to go. I'd really like to see what improvements he made in his game in the offseason. 3-point shooting is going to keep some people in or out of our lineup. I'm not a big fan of the 3-point contest, though. I don't like it when teams run back and forth and chuck threes, especially when you have a 3-on-1 fast break and you just stop and pop a 3. The only player in the NBA that should be doing that is Steph Curry. Nobody else should be taking quick threes on a fast break unless they're on like absolute NBA Jam on fire. They're showing the Spurs first round picks in the last 4 years. Sohan in 22, Wemby in 23, Castle in 24, then Harper and Bryant this year. Those picks were 9, 1, 4, 2, and 14 respectively. What the Bucks sign Julian after next year? I mean, they do, they do. I like the I think he's a great player off the bench. Keith, what's going on? Brandon, yeah, I thought the new Superman movie was okay. I liked it. I think it's worth seeing if you haven't seen it. Amiakez Jr. with the pull-up in the paint. No good. Hey, look, another foul. 2 more free throws coming up. Jeremiah says, Rich, show me the friggin' game. Ask and you shall receive. Sucker! Kokushiwa Castle did only miss 1 game last year. Played 81. We had Chris Paul, Julian Champagne, and Harrison Barnes, I believe, all played 82, and Castle played 81. Champagne moving like Curry. Let's not get carried away. By the way, the Spurs have taken 0 free throws. This is free throw number 11 coming up for the Heat. What the hell? They're trying to get them their first win here? Spurs ball. Wemby's about to check in on the next whistle. Carter Bryant with the ball. That pass is a little off. Turnover. And a fast break dunk for the Heat. 27-26. I forgot Kasparis Jakishionis was on the Heat. That was their pick. And now another foul. My goodness. Yeah, our offensive creators are out tonight. Yeah, Crimson Crusader, the amount of fouls the Heat are getting is off the charts. Oh, that was a foul on the Spurs. It was Heat ball. All right, he had the ball again. There's a jumper by Jaquez Jr., and the Heat have taken the lead 28-27 in a game with very little defense. Wemby on the court. No Twin Towers, though. Cornette is on the bench, so not running two bigs as of yet. Wemby playing a little give and go. Flagler for three. Grieco, I agree. David, we're not trading them all. Come on now. Heat ball. Down by two. And now deflection by Flagler. He's got a fast break. And he'll take it in for the Thunder layup of justice. Thank you, David. Hopefully we get to 100 likes pretty soon. Oh! Jaime Jaquez Jr. just took it in the paint and threw it down with righteous anger and authority. A huge stuff by Jaime Jaquez Jr. I didn't know he had those kind of ups. At least not in the paint and traffic. Another Spurs turnover. This is a frustrating game. I mean, I know the Spurs are up by 2, but the zillion fouls on the Spurs and the turnovers are more than I'd like to see. I don't think there's a ton like the other game against the Loon Lions, but there's been a few. Jaquez Jr. in the paint again, kicks it out for 3. There's the lead. There's the lead. Pele Larson for 3. Yeah, Grieco, we're not going to show everything tonight, but I still want to get a win. I call wins. Wemby drives, but everybody gets in the court. Layup, no good. Foul, going to the line for 2. Yeah, Brandon, exactly. No ball handlers. Yeah. Prince Vic, unfortunately, it is. Cassie, thank you for stopping in. The game is on NBA TV. It sounds like you found it. That is good. Oh, all right, Grieco, I didn't know that. I don't follow the Heat much. Or at all. Wemby missed the first free throw. 33-32, 5 seconds to go. Wemby one more free throw. Last game against the Lions, he had 9 points, 10 boards, 7 assists, and 6 turnovers. So that was only in the first half. He was on his way to a quadruple-double, sort of. Turnovers don't count. If that was the case, Russell Westbrook would have a quintuple-double. Jaquez Jr. with the ball. Pass it over. 3-point attempt at the buzzer is no good. I don't think that would... I'm not sure that shot came off. All right. Not sure he got that shot off in time. All tied up at 33. What's up, Rick E? Thank you for stopping in. I think Wemby's 7'6". Yep. Just my call. I have heard, though, the Spurs officially listed him at 7'5". I thought they were saying 7'4" on media day. Have they bumped it up to 7'5"? Because he's at least 7'5". If we're wrong with 7'5", so be it. Tony Kimmel says, "Oh, mama, Wembanyama. Your league pass subscription just ended. Shadow clips, nothing crazy as of yet. What's up, Francisco? I believe Common Malawatch is like 7'1" skull. I think. I could be wrong. I think Wemby's taller than Malawatch. 7'5", 245 is the official. Okay. Lights out. I think we do. I do. Moonash? I mean, he's climbing that ladder fast. I don't know if he's top 3, but he's getting close to that. Malawatch is 7'2" or 3. All right. Or 7'1". Somewhere over 7 feet, but under Wemby height. 7 foot. Who keeps shrinking? Why do the heights keep going down in the chat? And I hope it lands well. Also, the Giants owner. One of the Giants owners recently announced that they're struggling with cancer. Biombo is not playing at Ernesto. I expect to see him a lot in the second half. Skull, I believe Victor is going to be 22 this season. It is what it is. What's going on? Liked what I saw from Carter Bryant Monday. Hasn't shown us much yet tonight, but it's still early in the game. Ricky, I don't think we're at 200 likes yet. I'm sure we're climbing up, but we still need to get to 100 as first. We're only at 84, so it's a long ways to go to get to 200. Only you can prevent forest fires, and only you can get the thumbs up to 100, and then keep going. That's terrible, but that's what popped in my head. Anybody remember Smokey the Bear? Anybody? Hola, Crypto Keeper. Thank you, Francisco. The old man Wemby. He's 21 at the moment, and he'll be 22, I think, December, January. So 22 this season for the most part. Thank you, Michael Chandler. Not the UFC fighter. Appreciate you being here. Michael Chandler saying, did anybody watch the UFC Saturday night? Alex Pereira just came out and starched his opponent. Ankalaev? I always mess up his name. It wasn't even a fight. Alex just annihilated him in 80 seconds. Crazy. The Hooters was going nuts. I was going nuts. My buddy Jeff was going nuts. Nice to see Alex back on top. Heat ball to start the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock for Miami. And somebody's going to have to get the shot off. There's 2 seconds on the shot clock. There's a 4. Wow, Khalil Ware chucks a 3 with the shot clock expiring and makes it. Threw up a prayer. Nice shot. Chama, yes. I looked away and it's not Spurs ball anymore. I don't know what just happened, but it couldn't have been good. There's a 3 for the Heat. No good from the corner. I think that was Pele. What's his name? Pele? What's the dude's name? Larson? Khalil Ware with another 3. Just like that, the Spurs are down by 6. Wemby's going to drive in the paint. Stops and gets blocked and falls down. Fast break, and Hamiakis Jr. with a dunk, and timeout, Mitch. Apparently, Khalil Ware has been working on his 3 shadow clips. I did not expect to see him hitting back-to-back 3s. Prince Vic, the Jiri fight was really good too. Jiri versus Roundtree. Oh, is that Khalil? Khalil Roundtree. Is that what you're referencing? I couldn't remember his name. Is that the fight? Tuning in for a sec. Watching Cubs Brewers Game 3. Need the Cubs to keep the series alive. Go Spurs, go. Go Cubs, go. David Medina, thank you for stopping in. And yes, he apparently can shoot now. Kokashiba says, Khalil, you're not doing that in the actual season. I mean, he might. I don't know. Yeah, Ernesto, I mean, we saw it a lot the last 2 years. Even though he's bulked up, his center of gravity is so much higher than everybody else on the planet that him falling down is not a surprise. 2 fluke 3s, but they're 3s. They went in. Wow, John Doe. Yeah, Andy, this was from Dr. Phil, who you occasionally see in the chat. He might be here right now. He might be on the road. But Dr. Phil, I believe it was Dr. Phil, sent a TSR care package to the P.O. Box. And inside it was a cap and a Freddy glove, which I keep forgetting to bring out. Connor, what do you mean Mitch is clueless again? When did he stop being clueless? I'm rooting for him. I wish him the best. But I need him to prove to me that he can coach the Spurs well. And that's going to happen in the regular season. I hope we're the majority of the Spurs fans that are thinking he's going to be awful or wrong. I'm rooting for him because I obviously want the Spurs to do well. But if we're just picking up where we left off last season, he felt pretty clueless last season, and I have no reason to change that stance yet, but I hope I will. LaRonda Slater, thank you for stopping in. Yeah, Fawn Swine, I wasn't a fan of Wemby taking 10 threes a game, but he's pretty much stopped. Gribbler, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, we haven't had Cornette and Wemby out there yet. They've been subbing for each other, but we haven't had our modern day Twin Towers going at the Heat. Let's get them out there. Fix my guy there. Logo 3s from Wemby. Connor, if Wemby had a hook shot like forget Hakeem. What if Kareem, as in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. If he had a sky hook? No, Kareem was very tall. He was like, what, 7'4" or 7'3", something crazy. It was such an unguardable shot, and I don't think anybody's fully adapted in the NBA except for Kareem. It is Spurs ball. Wemby on the court. Wemby in the paint. Kicks it out. They go around the world. Flagler's going to drive in the paint. Back out to Wemby. Wemby into the paint. It traveled. Remember they booed centers taking through in this year's All-Star game? Oh, okay, Brandon meant Kareem. Okay. Jedi, good evening to you. Akeem's Dream Shake. If Wemby could get a Dream Shake and a Sky Hook with all the other assets he brings and everything that he brings, other things he brings to the table, be unstoppable. He's already almost unstoppable as it is. The Heat are on an 8-0 run. Khalil Ware into the paint. Fouled. Yeah, probably going to the line for 2. I'm tired of saying a Heat player goes to the line for 2. I've been saying it all night. This will continue the 8-0 run for the Heat. Malawach versus Victor next year? Why not this year? Malawach is on the Suns, right? Is he not expected to play at all? Khalil Ware misses the first free throw. He's at the line for one more. Gabriel, the fouls are a little one-sided right now. Have we taken a free throw? I think this is free throw number like 12 and 13 for the Heat. Prince Vic, I don't know when they're playing. Well, I do a little bit. Fox, I believe, is going to miss the first 4 or 5 games of the season. Harper, I've heard, will play at some point in the preseason. It sounds like Castle at some point will play in the preseason as well. Wemby with the ball, 1-on-1 versus Ware. 8 on the shot clock. Zips it out to Flagler. Flagler is going to drive and turn the ball over. There's a corner 3, no good for the Heat. Wemby with the ball, bring it up for San Antonio. Heat are on a 9-0 run. This was all tied at 33. Wemby into the paint. Out to Champagny. Champagny corner 3. Dude, Champagny is on fire tonight. The Heat are not the Loon Lions. You mean the team we played Monday? No, they're not. I think the Spurs will go to the playoffs. Yeah. Champagny has 12 points on 4 of 4 threes. He is just smoking tonight. I hope it carries over into the regular season. Damn, man. He also has 4 fouls already? Is Julian Champagny has 4 fouls already? Crikey. What the heck? I didn't realize he had 4 fouls already. Hey, there's another foul on the Spurs. Yeah, Wemby I'm sure is very rusty, Prince Vic. He last played at the All-Star break, which was what? February 12th-ish? And then was off until Monday night. Jaime Jaquez Jr. with the ball. 6 on the shot clock, passes it out. And now a long 3 is no good by Jakušionis. Spurs ball down 42-36. Wemby thinks about a 3, pulls it down, gets it over to Vassell. Vassell over to Kellning. Kellning drives into the paint. Kellning off the glass. Keldon Johnson's looked good this preseason. I gotta say, I like what I'm seeing. He's attacking the rim and scoring, and he's not chucking threes, and the 2 threes he's made, or shot, he has made. Ware for 3 again. Nope. Offensive putback, no good, and Vassell will grab the defensive. I'm sorry. Nope, that was one of the other guys. That was Waters with the rebound, and now foul on the Heat down the other end. 42-38. Oh, clock's running. Connor, the little bit we've seen Keldon in the preseason, I like what I'm seeing. And physique, yes, I agree. And Hat Dog, yes, the Spurs can win this, but they're going to have to play a little bit better. We have 2 free throws coming up for the Spurs finally. The foul's on Larson for the Heat. Keldon Johnson going to the line for 2. No, Keldon, don't chuck threes today. Made the first free throw. Max, the way Keldon played in the second half of the season last year, If he can do that throughout a whole season, yes, 6-man of the year contender. Absolutely. Luke Cornett checking in. Keldon with 8 points on 3 of 4 shooting. And if the Spurs don't make the playoffs, I'll be majorly disappointed. I fully expect to call Spurs playoff games for the first time since April of 2019 on this channel. And I only called 2. It was the last 2 games that the Spurs lost to the Nuggets, so I've never actually called the Spurs playoff. I've never called the Spurs playoff win. We've lost every playing game. Kel'el Ware with the miss, the putback, and the dunk, and one. I've never called the Spurs playoff win. Since this channel's inception, I've seen the Giants win a playoff game. I think that was against the Vikings, back with Jones and Barkley. Caesar, they're trying to lock in Kel'el Ware with 9 points already. Well, Toby, don't forget the Houston Rockets took a major hit in the offseason. Fred VanVleet's out for the year, so I don't think they're going to be as good as people thought they were with their point guard injured. A lot of the Western Conference team have old players. I mean, the Lakers got LeBron, he's not pushing 40, he's past 40. I mean, I don't think it's unrealistic to think the Spurs can't finish as a top 6 to 8 team. If you truly believe Wemby's going to be the player that he's supposed to be, at some point this franchise needs to turn things around. We have talented players, but are they going to fit well together? Does the fit with Castle work with Wemby and Sohan? And can Mitch pull it together in his first full year as a coach? Harrison Barnes at the line for 2 misses, first free throw. A lot of questions. We don't know the answers yet. Yes, the Western Conference stacked, but I think our team is, we won 34 games last year, which isn't great. But we had just so many changes throughout the year, plus Pop going down, game 5 or 6? Unfortunately, we are starting the season with some speed bumps. De'Aaron Fox being hurt is not, Barnes missed them both. Fox being hurt, not the way we want to start the season. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not sure Devin Vassell has scored. No, none of the starters are going to play a whole game, by the way. It is precinct. Kel'el Ware with a monster dunk on the alley-oop. We are making Kel'el Ware look like a superstar. 47 to 47.5 minutes to go in quarter number 2. Luke Cornett with the ball for San Antonio. Drops it off to Keldon. Keldon kicks it out to Devin. Devin's going to take off. Passes it out to HB in the corner. Barnes for 3. Bonjour, Arno. Jason, 52 games this year and 52 wins. And almost turnover for the Heat. They get the ball back. 11 on the shot clock. Can't see who has the ball for the Heat. But it's passed out Kel'el Ware. Kel'el Ware is going to drive baseline and throws it down again. Kel'el Ware is looking like Kel'el Ware. Damn, we are making this kid look good. Toby, I agree. Make or break for Vassell, yes. Barnes in the paint. Off the glass, no good. Off the rim, no good. Cornett's follow-up, no good. Cornett foul going to the line for 2. Andres Torres, I'm watching it on NBA TV, which is a part of the League Pass. JB, I don't know if I want to bring Selena back. I'm on the fence. I'm dating somebody. I know it's just a PNG, but, 48 sitting next to a Selena Gomez from 2014 is starting to feel a little weird. Because that is from 2014. She doesn't look like that anymore. In that picture, she's probably 21 or 22. Old enough to be her dad. Still old enough to be her dad, even at her current age. So, barely. But, yeah, I don't know. I might stick with more Spursy people. She's not a Spurs fan anymore. I enjoyed having her on the channel, but having her. Plus, hopefully Miss TSR is here for more games this year. Cornett missed the second free throw, but there was a whistle on it. I don't know why Ware's playing good against us and why we're making him look like Shaq that can shoot three-pointers. Must have been a lane violation because Cornett's getting another shot at it, and he made that free throw. 49-44. Hey, do we have any updates on the New York Yankees game? Do we have a score? Last I knew it was 1-1. Could one of you all look it up for me if you get a chance? Luke Cornett with the ball for the Spurs. Drops it off to HB. He's going to drive in the paint. Kicks it out. Carter Bryant into the paint. Pull-up jumper. Short. So 1-1. Thank you, Skull. Not missing anything. There's a missed layup on the other end by the Nikola Jovic. Ball's going to go out of bounds and stay with Miami. Miami is in the bonus again because Devin did score tonight. He has 2 points. I forgot what he scored on. He's got 2 points. 2 points and 4 boards. Julian Champagny checking back in with his 4 fouls. Can he foul out in the first half? It's just preseason, so maybe the Spurs won't care and let him get it. Connor, I don't think Sohan can be extended at this point, can he? Or can he get extended right up to before the regular season starts? Either way, I don't think he's getting extended until after the season. This is a prove-it year for Jeremy. Got to stay healthy. The Spurs probably want to see some kind of improvement on offense, even though he was better offensively last year. But make or break for Jeremy and a make or break for Devin. If Devin plays poorly, what are the Spurs doing with him? He has a pretty big contract over the next few years. He might be untradeable. 1-1. Yep, got it. Wemby was playing, Andres. He is getting a rest. I don't know if he's done for the game. There's a miss for the Heat. Spurs ball. Luke Cornett has 2 turnovers already. All right. HB in the paint. That was a very awkward. I don't know if he was trying to Euro step or what he was trying to do there, but his shot missed in the paint. And now foul on the Spurs. Genmar, I agree. Vic is probably at least 7'5". Max, no Cornet Wemby duo tonight. We haven't seen it. XRP Plumbing, it's well, we don't have our guards either. Our backcourt was Champagne and Vassell. We have no primary ball handlers out there. Although Jordan McLaughlin's a point guard, isn't he? Is he not available? Champagne, Barnes, Johnson, Vassell, Cornet. I mean, is that really who's handling the rock for the team? Missed both free throws. Ball don't lie. Yeah, Keldon bringing the ball up the court right now. Over to Cornet. That is not ideal. Keldon's going to drive in the paint, misses the shot, but he does get fouled, and he's going to go to the line for 2. Now, that's a darn good question. Still 1-1, got it. Yeah, you know, Genmar, it is just preseason, but you want to see your team do well. You want to see them win, and you want to see guys improve. And this short preseason so far, Keldon looks good. He definitely bulked up. His arms look bigger. He might not be as lean or toned as he was last year, but he looks like he's in good shape. Definitely got more big body back. On the churro workout program. A 1 and a 2, just churro after churro. Keldon's second free throw is good, and the Spurs are in the bonus now too. So like what I've seen from Keldon, Champagne minus the fouls. Like some things I've seen from Wemby. There's a turnover for the Heat. Spurs on the break, get it up to Keldon. Euro step in the paint. The shot. Keldon! Got it, Skull. Thank you. No, Greco, this is not a real game day lineup, and Keldon is carrying. Turnover for the Heat. Keldon with 13 points on 4 or 5 field goals. Could Keldon have a bounce back year? Or just picking up where he left off, at the All-Star break? Luke Lunsford, Miss TSR, did get a contract extension for the 2026 campaign. She is out of the country at the moment. She's in Montenegro. That is the former what would be the former Yugoslavia. She's on vacation for another 8 days. Maybe it's 9. Actually, it's the next day where she is. So maybe it's 8 days. She'll be back next Friday, and she might be on at the Friday game, not at it, but on stream with us. We'll see. JBG, I don't know if Sohan bulked up. I haven't seen him on the court to play, so I don't know. Probably putting a little girth wouldn't be the worst thing for Jeremy. Champagne is in the paint. Forgot the ball. It goes out of bounds, but it was tipped. It's going to stay with the Spurs now, 49-48. Toby, yes, a lot of people are going to have to step up. But our star players need to be consistent too. And stay healthy. Vassell with the ball, forces an off-balance jumper. Air ball. That's what I don't want to see from Devin, is 4 shots and bricks. Turnover heat. Come on, guys. I didn't see what the turnover was. Wiggins lift his foot or something? Wemby's checked back in, by the way. You know, Devin might be feeling pressure, Connor. People are looking at him to live up to his contract, and that might be more pressure he can handle. Wemby gets fouled, and I'm going to go to the line for 2. Can tie it and give us a lead. Toronto's up 2-1. Damn it! I don't like that. Oh, I don't know. Tron and Dio? I think you mean Toronto? I don't know what a Tron and Dio is. Dobert, I've not listened to Bro Spurs Bro. Is that what it's called? Bro Spurs Bro? Like Go Spurs Go? I honestly I rarely listen to. So actually, my favorite Spurs content is not video content or audio content. I enjoy SpursTalk.com, Pounding the Rock, and I know some of you don't like it, but Air Alamo. I like reading Spurs content, probably because I do so much audio and video content with you guys that I'm just... And the San Antonio Spurs YouTube channel. Let me back up. I do watch the San Antonio Spurs YouTube channel. But other than that, that's it. Those are my content creators. And you guys. All your comments. Your comments are content. Your opinions, they matter, and I like to see what you guys are thinking about the season or the players or Mitch or whatever. I might not always agree, but I'm curious sometimes, certainly curious what you guys are thinking about the season. Excited, disappointed. It's always interesting to see who you guys want to keep on the team, who you want traded. Turnover, Devin Vassell, as soon as I say who you want traded. And a drive and a stuff. Is that Wiggins? No. That was Bam Adebayo, excuse me. There it is, trade Vassell. Devin to the Shanghai Sharks. Nice. Wemby with a turnover. It's not... The second half is a little sloppy here, Spurs. But Wemby has 4 turnovers in the first half. He has 4 assists, but 4 turnovers. It's not the assist-to-turnover ratio you're looking for. So, I understand being a little disappointed on how Wemby's played so far, but we also have to remember his last game was the All-Star break, like around February 12th. Not his last game. He had an 8-month gap in playing competitive basketball. That's a long time. So I'm going to cut Wemby a little slack. I expect off-season rust and get it out in the preseason, which is probably why the Spurs are playing him. Maybe normally wouldn't play Wemby in the first game or two of preseason, but he's getting the rust off, and I'd rather have him do it here when it doesn't count as opposed to in the regular season when it matters. Pull-up J's no good for Adebayo. Yeah, Fonso, I think Wemby's just trying different stuff in the preseason. He definitely doesn't look like he's playing his normal game. And Devin Vassell gets fouled. Going to go to the line for 2. That means it's not an excuse. The fact the dude was off for 8 months and had an illness that could have killed him. You're a Spurs fan or are you a Heat fan? Sometimes I can't tell. I mean, I get it if I was saying, making a long line of excuses, but literally he had a medical issue that could have literally taken his life that kept him sidelined, and he just started coming back to basketball. I'm not a professional athlete, but I know when I take time off from working out for like 3 months or 4 months, or I don't cycle for months and then I come back, the struggle is real. I don't know, maybe you've never lifted a weight or a basketball, so you can't relate, but if any of you that have done anything athletic, when you take a lot of time off, especially if you're recouping an injury, it's rough. I know, I've seen it with Miss TSR. Miss TSR is an avid hiker. She blew out her ACL in year 1 of our dating, and when we got back to hiking, She struggled. Thank you, 5-Log Racing. Extend Keldon now. There's something I have never seen in the chat. I like it. It's nice to see that. Flip the script. Prince Vic, I'm going to watch every Spurs game, probably. Plottish is real but overplayed. Listen, I kept him out of playing. Welcome back, Michael. No Castle, Arno. I like to see some love for KJ. I mean, I've been supporting him since day one. I got a Keldon Johnson jersey right before his second year. And yes, he's certainly the first half of last season had a down year. And I know he's not a good defender. I've accepted that. But if he can be an efficient guy like he has been tonight and against the Loon Lions on a regular basis, it's much needed offense off the bench. You know, he brings the energy, good community guy. He is all in on San Antonio. I mean, the cowboy hat and the ranch and the horse. I mean, he's just full Texan. So that's the kind of guy you want to have in your locker room. But if he can back it up with his play on the court, which he hasn't totally the last few years, he's going to be such an asset to the team. I'm rooting for him. I would love to have him be a 6th man of the year. No, Prince Vic. Well, I don't want to say no Spurs games. I'm going to keep an open eye on the Spurs at the Celtics, at the Nets, and at the Knicks. What the Celtics might not be great this year. A lot of changes in the team. Jason Tatum out for the year. They might fall a bit, and if they do, tickets might be more readily available and affordable. I don't like driving to Boston, but I have been to TD Garden before, and it wasn't the worst. Son of Scar, I was asking about Jordan McLaughlin earlier. Is he hurt? He is out too. Well, never mind. What's up, Etsy Killer? So really all our guys that can run the point are out. Grigo, that's fair. Yes, extend KJ, especially since I just acquired his jersey this year on the cheap at Walmart and Septi kept number 3. Devin's at the line. First free throw is good. Bacano, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. Toronto's still up 2-1. Bacon, if David Jones Garcia is playing today, I haven't said his name. I don't think David Jones Garcia has played yet. We might see him in the second half. Fox, Castle, Harper, Vassell, Wemmy, Olenek, Soen. I think we're going to be a good team. I really do. So, Crimson Crusader, I agree with what you're saying. We do have expectations, but I would temper them at the moment until the regular season. We have seen Wemmy the last 2 years has started slow, right? He's slow at Flagler for 3. He's starting slow in the preseason. If he starts, once the team gels, and once we have De'Aaron Fox back, let's not forget our starting point guard is going to be out. Give this team a little time to. I think October is going to be a little bumpier than we expect. But once we get everybody back and healthy, and the team starts to mesh, I think we're going to be really cooking. Demisel was third. Cooking in November, December. Remember last year? Wemby really got it going in December when he was playing top 5 caliber MVP level in the NBA, and then I think that thrombosis thing started hurting him in January because he started seeing it winded more and more, and then of course he was shut down in February. I'm going to give Wemby a benefit of doubt. I would have liked to have seen him go off in these first 2 games, but I also understand it's his first 2 games back from injury or medical issue, so my expectations are tempered. But I wouldn't be upset if he went for 40 Friday night. TSR, how dare you be reasonable? Jordan Link Chong, my man, what's going on? Thank you for stopping it. I know. Me and my reasoning. Vassell would have pulled up Jay. Must have heard us talking trade Vassell. It is Heat ball. Down by 1. The Spurs have retaken the lead. Bam's pull up Jay, no good. Steven Wemby didn't shoot the 3 the other night either. Flagler for 3, no good. I think he's making a conscious effort to not shoot 3s right now. I don't know if that's going to change in the regular season. but it clearly seems he's passing up threes that he definitely would have taken last year. But so would have pulled up Jay on the baseline. All right. Now, Skull, Wemby was taking like 9 threes a game last year. He took 1 3 against the Loom Lions. I don't think he's taking a 3 tonight. As far as I remember, Wemby would have blocked. There we go. I think that's what they mean by Wemby shooting threes. His normal volume last year was 8 to 9 a game. I think he's taken 1 this preseason. Barnes for 3. No, go ahead. The put back by Keldon. Keldon is a man possessed. He's got 15 points on 5 of 6 shooting. Norman Powell for 3. Boink, no good. I'm about to sneeze. All right. Wemby gets it to a driving. Is that Flagler fouled? So this is the point I was just making. Wemby had the ball and had a chance to take a shot there. And that's a shot he normally would take. But instead he passed it to Flagler. I think right now in the preseason he's making a conscious effort to defer. I could be wrong. Thank you, Bray. I'm just... My 2 cents, I think he's intentionally deferring right now. Ultimate saying, yes, I think he's going to be great too. Thank you for the bless yous, by the way, guys. First free throw is no good. Spurs up 60-55. Now, MEZ, I would like to see that. I would agree with you there. This is a guy that can score at will in the paint. He's hard to defend because of his height. I would like to see at least 8 free throws a game. I 100% agree with you there. Tax Brazilian Ghost says, Miami running out of juice. You like Spurs on a 12-1 run. You like the juice? The juice is rancid. Ooh, nice drive and finish by nice layup by Norman Powell around Wemby. Fials, how do you really feel? All right. 61-57. Wemby with the ball on 3-point land. Gets a screen with Vassell, but nothing really happens there. 6 on the shot clock. Drops it off to HB. HB back to Wemby. Wemby is going to take off into the paint. The runner is going to bounce off the rim twice. No good. He can hold for the last shot. Ooh, the clock's a little ahead. And a turnover. Wemby heaves a half-court 3. Oh, my God. Hits the top of the shot clock and goes into the stands. Well, he took a 3. No, actually, that won't count. That's a team 3. The NBA changed its rules where if in the first 3 quarters, at the end of the quarter, if you heave a half-quarter beyond 3, it counts as a team 3 instead of a player 3, right? Isn't that the deal? I don't love point Wemby either, Michael. We don't have a ball handler out there. Veronica! Good evening to you. Hopefully you've been well. It's been a hot minute. Yeah, Swain. The only starter I think the Heat are missing is Tyler Hero. We got Powell, Wiggins, Jovic, and Adebayo out there. Castle's a starter. He's out. Fox is the big one that's out. Yeah, that's Pat. I think that's the rule change. I'm pretty sure. Heave the ball out of the stadium. Tony almost did. And it's weird, though, because you guys are just talking about the miss. So if you miss the shot, it's a team miss. But if you make it as a team 3, or do you get credit for the 3? That seems a little weird, doesn't it? Yeah, Veronica, that 3 went, I'm sailing away. That ball went flying. Yeah, why haven't we tried Wemby or Cornette at all in the first half, like together? Gribbler does seem like a stat protecting thing, doesn't it? It's weird. In a league where people chuck a zillion 3s a game, we don't want them to take ownership of their missed 3 at the end of a quarter. But if they make it, they get credit for it, right? I have a problem with that rule. If, my opinion, my reasonable opinion, if the rule is that you missed a 3, it counts as a team 3, then if you make the 3, it should also get a count as a team 3. You shouldn't have only a positive with no repercussions from chucking the shot. Just my 2 cents. All right, let's get into the halftime stats. Brought to you by Levitating Baby Coyotes. I'll pull up the box score. Spurs and the Heat were tied 33-all at halftime. The Heat went on, I think, like a 9-0 run to some point to start the second quarter. The Spurs had a 12-1 run late in the quarter. Outscored them 28-24. Hence, therefore, ergo, the Spurs are up 61-57. And pull up our box score. All right, let's look at the Heat first. Jovic with 3, Wiggins with 8, Adebayo with 4. Ooh, Bam is 1 of 7 from the field. Struggle is real for him. Norman Powell with 9 and Drew Smith with 6. Off the bench for the Heat, Keyshawn Johnson with 6. Kel'el Ware having a darn good game off the bench. 14 points in 9 minutes, plus 7 rebounds and a block. Jaime Jaquez Jr. with 8 points. Pele? I'm going to call it Pell. I don't know. Larson with 3 and Kasparis Shakishionis with 0. For the night, the Miami Heat are shooting 41-35-72, and they have turned the ball over 7 times. For our San Antonio Spurs, Julian Champagnie with 12 points, Harrison Barnes with 6. Fantastic first half by Keldon Johnson. 15 points on 5 of 6 shooting. Went to the line 4 times, made them all. 5 boards. No turnovers for Keldon. Victor Wembanyama with 6 points. Probably done for the night, by the way. We'll see, but I think he's probably done. 6 points, 4 assists, 2 boards, a steal, 2 blocks, 4 turnovers. Devasel started off rough, playing a little better. He has 8 points on 3 of 8 shooting, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. He is 0 for 2 from 3. Has not hit a 3-pointer. Off the bench, Lindy Waters and Carter Bryant are running around doing cardio. They both have 0 points. Luke Cornett with 5 and Adam Flagler with 9. Mitch so far going in a 9-man rotation. That will certainly change in the second half. For the evening, the Spurs are shooting 52-56. The Spurs are 9 of 16 for 3. That is 56%. They are just lights out from 3 right now. 63% from the line. Struggling a little bit there. And they have 11 turnovers. Those are your halftime stats brought to you by Levitating Baby Coyotes. That's what I'm going with. Don't judge. Yeah, I would agree, Big Sean. Julian and Keldon are the MVPs in the game. Yep. Champagnie and Danny Green? A little bit. No, Kokoshima, I don't think anybody's taking the game seriously. But, I mean, I do. As a Spurs play-by-play commentator, I don't take the game serious, but I do take the game serious, as I do want the Spurs to win. And I want to see improvements on the court. I know some guys might be trying some different things right now, but I'd like to see improvements. Right now, my immediate most improved Spurs player, Keldon, looks great. And I expected his performance against the Loon Lions, but Keldon looked great against the Heat so far. He looks bulked up, but his shot selection seems better. He's attacking the rim with more strength, a little bit more of that bigger body, and the few threes he's taken have dropped. Yeah, well, you know, Susie Baca, they're running up and down the court. Cardio. Carter Bryant did play a little bit. DJ Rose, he's got a donut for the game. Did not score. Exactly, Crimson Crusaders. So while only preseason, you don't want to see the team have turnover issues every game in the preseason. Because what's that going to mean? It could carry over into the regular season. Now, right now, we got to take it with a grain of salt. No Darren Fox, no Stephon Castle, no Dylan Harper. Our main ball handlers aren't handling the balls. So whatever. I know what to say now. DJ, good evening to you. Yeah, I think we're going to see the young guys coming up. Yep. There's going to be the Riley Minixes and the David Jones Garcias. Maybe Carter will get some more time. Maybe he'll start the second half. Your Bismack Biyomos. Kel'el Ware looks fantastic. Harden might be holding back a little, but I don't like seeing a lot of turnovers. I also don't like, you know who's not holding back? The referees. They are blowing the whistles at will. I'd like to see them hold back a little in the second half. Yeah, there's, I mean, we're also playing with lineups and Luminix that would not be the norm in the regular season. So we have to take that into fact, too. Would our starting backcourt ever be Champagnie and Vassell? Probably not. Would we have a starting lineup of Champagnie, Vassell, Johnson, Barnes, and Wemby? Would those 5 ever share the court in the regular season? Probably not. I'm not sure when we're going to see Harper, and thank you for that, Veronica. Kel'el Ware looking like prime Godzilla. Simon, I would expect Cornett might be done. Toronto 2, Yankees 1. Top of the 6th. That game is going fast. I hope it doesn't end before this game. Dang. That's all the damn fouls they're calling in this game, slowing it down. But Connell, I think we're going to have a little growing pains because Fox isn't going to have the offseason or preseason we expected. It may take a few games for him to acclimate to... he played with the team a little last year, but not much. I think we'll have some bumps, but I also think the team's going to be really good. I do think we're going to win 50 games. It's my full expectation in Wemby year 3. David Robinson's team was a playoff team year 1. Tim Duncan's Spurs were a playoff team year 1. Now, granted, Timmy had come to a perennial playoff contender that just got one really bad year with injuries with Robinson and Elliott. But I know the Western Conference stacked, but I believe 50 wins. If 50 wins doesn't happen, it's got to be at least 42. That's my floor. 42 and over. If it's 500 or below, if we're below 500, if we're a lottery team again. Oh my goodness. I don't see it happening. I think we'll be a playoff team. Just the question is where. You know what, Veronica? I'm not sure on our starting 5. It appears it might be Castle, Vassell, Barnes, Wemby, and then the unknown for the other guy. Champagne's been rumored. Sohan's been rumored. Let's wait and see. Vassell and Fox trade Fox. We just extended him. 48 to 51. I mean, listen, I'm saying the Spurs win 50. If they win 48, I will not be disappointed. That is going to be such a massive jump from the last 6 years. We haven't got anywhere. The closest we've gotten to 40 in the last 6 years is, I believe, 34. We had 34 this year and then 22 the last 2 years. So Wemby's career so far, 22 wins, 34 wins. If they jump to 46, if they keep improving 12 wins, then hey, I'm all in. But it's got to be an improvement. You know, I'm a New York Giants fan, as many of you know. Zero improvement on the team this year. Zero. They were 3-14 last year. They're 1-4 now. They look like they're going to be a 3-win team again. And that is the worst freaking feeling in the world, to just watch your team absolutely suck and the season be over already after Game 5 with no direction, a crap coach, a crap GM, crap ownership, just lost and losers again. This team is heading in the right direction. We got some bumps, but I think we'll be much better. We're not the New York freaking Giants, that's for sure. I'm really trying not to swear. The Giants get me angry. You might be picking up on that. If we had 50 games, I would think, I mean, there's a lot of question marks in the Western Conference, too. Luka and LeBron, how well will they gel together? I mean, I know they played well at times last year, but there's very little defense, and LeBron's defense, I assume, is going to only get worse this year. He is, going to be 41? But they also added that dude from Charlotte that's hurt. Was it Mark Williams? No, they added DeAndre Ayton. Not Mark Williams. They tried the Mark Williams trade. That fell through. They added DeAndre Ayton, who's not known for his defense either. So are the Lakers just going to be all offense? How will the Rockets be without a point guard? Fred VanVleet down for the year. Can Kevin Durant hold up? He has not exactly been the most healthiest guy the last couple of years. I mean, while the Western Conference is stacked, there's a lot of question marks. The Warriors, Steph Curry's no spring chicken. He's getting up there. Robert, I think Pop, front office. Is any president of operations? Same as always? Kokoshiba, I mean, I'm right there with you. I just mentioned I'm a Giants fan. Our best offensive player out for the year, torn ACL. And the Giants have lost numerous players to torn ACLs in the last decade on MetLife Field, which is a freaking minefield. Ralph Sampson is the tallest power. Was Ralph Sampson officially a power forward? Because they had their own Twin Towers, didn't they, back in the 80s? Hakeem Olajuwon and Ralph Sampson. And Sampson was good for like the first 3 years-ish. I believe he was a 2-time All-Star, but then injuries just... Injury after injury after injury. Rich with Giants. That Giants emoji is 100% spot on, Veronica. They only pee me off. I mean, I try not to swear on the channel. But man, the New York teams with the Yankees just frustrating me in the playoffs. And then the Giants just... They're unwatchable again at times. They had The second half on Sunday, against the winless or then winless New Orleans Saints, the Giants had 5 possessions in a row end in a turnover. That is hard to do in basketball. 5 possessions in a row to end a turnover. That's not the norm. To do that in football is almost damn near impossible. Giants found a way. You know, somebody's mentioned Dylan Harper starting. That would... So what, Harper, Castle, Vassell, Barnes, Wemby? That would really be odd because Harper hasn't had any reps with the... he would have no game time reps with the team. And just throw him in the starting lineup? Which sounds like something Mitch will do, so it'll probably happen. Three Beards, I do like me some Cam Scattaboo. I've liked what I've seen from that kid. Unfortunately, he was part of the turnover fest on Sunday, but yes, he runs hard, and they got a good one there. He's the only guy that's interesting on. Theo Johnson's been interesting at the tight end for us, but losing Malik Neighbors, that hurt. He'll be ready for next season, but will he be the same player? He should be. The ACL injuries are not like they were 25 years ago. What's his head? The Icky Shuffle, Icky Woods, tore his ACL back in his second season. I think it was ACL, maybe ACL, MCL, but he was never the same player after that. Whereas we see players today, they're back the next year and they're fine. 144 likes. Let's keep it going. Jax Quirty, what's up with you? Russell Wilson did like to make an MVP. Starters will be Wemby, and Wemby. All right. Do I think Sohan might get traded? Connor? That's a good question. It would likely be before the All-Star break if it happened. I would think the Spurs would entertain trading Sohan, and I'm not advocating for that. I hope Jeremy's a Spur for life. I like Jeremy, but if they're finding that he doesn't mesh with the starting lineup, then there's probably a 0% chance you extend him as a bench player at around $20 million a year. I could see him being traded in that case. I hope that's not the case, but Jeremy needs a couple things this season. It's a prove-it year for him, of course, being an contract extension year. I'd like to see him be a better shooter, and he improved. His 2-point efficiency improved a ton last year, so I'd like to see him continue on with that. Maybe improve on his free throws a little bit, rebounding a little bit, and maybe a little bit better in the three-point shot. He doesn't have to be great, just 33, 34%. But most importantly, for Jeremy, he's got to stay healthy. He's been dinged up the last 2 years, especially last year. He was playing well, then he had the freak thumb injury, then he came back, then he had the back injury that was on and off all year. He's got to stay healthy. If he's on and off the court all year and misses 20, 30 games or more, he won't be a Spur next year. I hate to say it, but he just won't. Lauri Markkanen's never coming here. This is not towards you, by the way. I'm just so tired of hearing about Lauri Markkanen coming to the Spurs. It's not happening. We're not trading with Danny Ainge. He's going to want way too much. Markkanen is not worth his current contract right now. I say no way. Butterfly! No, I'm not married yet. Still dating Miss TSR. We are on 2 years and almost 4 months. No, Kokushiba, they did not count that Wemby 3. Wemby threw it over the shot clock. That did not count. Bacano, yes, you do not trade with Danny Ainge. Wemby into the paint, off the glass. Wait, Wemby's in there? I just realized Wemby's in there. Champagny, Barnes, Wemby, Kelvin, and Devin. That's the starting lineup. I thought they'd be sitting in the second half. They're still out there. All right. Spurs ball. Wemby with the ball, gets in the paint and throws it down. That's the first dunk of the game for Wemby, so we're going to respect it one of these. Butterfly, I am not on the market. Don't say that. There's a turnover. Vassell on the fast break. He'll throw it down. Back-to-back dunks from the Spurs. And yes, Lauri Markkanen is injury-prone too. That is not what we need on this roster. Veronica, Miss TSR is in Montenegro, which is, for those of you that don't know, is the old Yugoslavia. Or what was Yugoslavia. She's out of the country right now. I am not available. But I'm going to put up a Go Spurs Go for a second, and I have a fan on that's blowing on me that's drying my eyes out. So let me shut that off real quick. Be right back. And I'm back. I've also heard LED lights dry your eyes out, and for those of you who don't know, I have 2 LED lights on me. There's one right over here. That's pretty bright. That's in the corner of my eye, plus another one over to my right for the entire game. Yeah, I had a metal fan blowing air my way. I'm wording that very carefully. The Prune, I don't think I'm going to make it out to San Antonio this year. I will get out there again at some point, but probably not this year. I think I'm going to have to hit the eye drops again. Man, these LED lights are just suck. I mean, I need them, but man. Kai Soto will be a Spur before Lowry. Nice. I don't know if I'm sparkling. Am I sparkling like a vampire from Twilight? Yes, I've seen one of the Twilight movies. I didn't like it. He was winning next. She made me watch it. Well, she didn't make me, but I watched it. I don't remember a thing from it. Captain Cadogan, Jeff, good evening. Wemby has not taken his million threes. He's taken 1 3 in the Luke Lion game, and I think, has he officially taken a 3 in this game? He's not taking all the threes you want to see. Jason said if I come to San Antonio, I'm going to get a blunt. I haven't done that in over 20 years, but okay. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Just pass it right back to you. All right, well, they just came back to the court, and then they went right back to, not the game. All right. Everybody's been on camera tonight. I don't know if Mikey's been on camera. Has Mikey been on camera? He's going to give you a fist pump. Olivia, good evening to you. Nice tax, Brazilian Ghost. Yeah, it's tough when you see your best player struggling a little bit. I get some fans were expecting Wemby to come out and have monster games, but it's the preseason. And he hasn't played in a while. And I really do think he's deferring right now more than normal. It seems that way. When he's had a chance for shots, as he said in his post-press conference the other night, he had good shots he could have taken, but he gave, his teammates great shots. I don't think it's going to be like that much in the regular season. I really don't. Wemby with the ball at the moment. Drives, kicks it out for 3. Champagny. Spurs now up by 11, biggest lead of the game, and Julian Champagny has 15 points on 5 of 5 shooting from 3, and that's a quick missed shot for the Heat. Wemby sounded like Yoda in their interviews. Champagny, 15 points, 2 boards. They get the ball in the Wemby. Wemby's going to drive, and offensive foul. And Wemby's down. Wemby's down, writhing in pain. They're getting him up. Oh, jeez. He's okay. I think he came down on his wrist a little bit. I haven't heard how Pop is doing. I'm guess no news is good news. Wemby's up. Wemby's up, guys. He's okay. Wemby, 5 turnovers, 5 assists. Turnover is still an issue so far, but we don't have a primary ball handler either. Norman Powell drives, gets it over Wemby. Nice shot, kid. Well, he's actually not a kid. He's in his 30s. The Prune actually was thinking that too. I'm like, is that it for the preseason? No, he didn't take a knee to the Weebos. Top of the 7th. Thank you, Skull. I assume it's still 2-1. And And the ball's going to get knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Spurs. 7 on the shot clock. Ralph, I agree. 2-1. Wow, what a low-scoring game. But it's close. Wemby with the ball. Kicks it out to Vassell. Long three. Not even close. Harrison Barnes with the putback. Also no good. Fouled going on the line for 2. Bacano, he's handling the ball a lot more than he should be. I agree. Yes, he would not be handling the ball this much in the regular season. Fox, Castle, Harper. Harper's running the second unit, which I assume he will be, right? Is that our expectation? Dylan Harper will run the second unit? Barnes first free throw, good. Back up to double digits, 69-59. Spurs are 11 of 17 from the line. The Heat are 13 of 18, so the free throws have balanced out. There's a love for Vassell I'm used to seeing. Thank you for that, Butterfly. By the way, yes, if you're new to the channel, I'm a huge San Antonio Spurs fan. Also a Giants and Yankees fan. Hey, it is what it is. And a musician. So if you're looking for a Spurs channel that does cover, well, does live play-by-plays, but also news analysis with a bit of sensitivity where I like to joke around, but also keep it realistic and keep it real. I'm very transparent with you guys about my feelings about the Spurs. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, not going to blow smoke up your behind. I keep it real with the team. I love the team and been a fan for 35 years now, and here's a 35 more. If I make it that long, God, I'd be 83. Vassell with a long three with the shot clock expiring. Missed that one too. Bonjar Alm 25 F3. And as I looked away, that was a bucket for Norman Powell. Butterfly, you're putting Judge in there because he just hit a home run. I hope so. Wemby's going to drive, picks up his dribble, launches it out to Champagny for 3, and that's his first missed 3. Keldon with the putback, though. Keldon Johnson's possessed tonight. My boy, Dylan, bad by story. Dylan Harper is currently nursing an injury. I expect him to play at some point this preseason. I don't know when. There's a miss for the Heat. Spurs ball, 72-61, 7:50 to go. Keldon Johnson, 17 points and 6 boards on a very efficient night. Keldon's open for 3 in the corner. And, of course, as soon as I say that, he missed the 3. Constance and Northern Star. You talk about a player being not missing any shots, and they missed the next shot. Bam Adebayo over Wemby. Good. It's rare to be a Giants fan of Texas. Ralph, I'm not in Texas, though. I'm in New England. Giants and Yankees, and David Robinson is the reason I'm a Spurs fan. So I am a fan of the New England. Well, I guess New York's not New England, technically. But Northeast. Oh, Michael Chandler. They were fantastic. You guys generally got the better of us. But, yes. Lawrence Taylor, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. Yeah, those are fun times. 72-63. Vassell into the paint, kicks it out. They go around the world to Champagny, step back. Nope, thought he was going to take a 3. Said to get it to Vassell, throws it down with 2 hands. Carter's been quiet tonight. Carter Bryant, not much doing as of yet. Spurs with 28 points in the paint, Heat with 30, and now a whistle. Something I've said a lot tonight. Now a whistle. Manu and Robinson pitched in to buy part of the San Antonio mission to minor league baseball. I did not know that. Never been to the Dominican Republic, but I heard it's nice. Buddy of mine from work's from there. He went last year for 2 weeks, and I hear the water's amazing. I hope Vassell's more consistent this year. Earn that contract. Jay, what's going on? Good morning to you. Go Spurs, go. 159 likes. We're getting closer to 200. And Keldon with another bucket in the paint. 19 points on 7 of 9 shooting. Keldon! Love what I'm seeing out of Keldon so far. All right. There's a 3 for Bam Adebayo. 76-66. What's up, Firefox? Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, Mark John, I think when he comes out, he'll stay out. He did have a fall a little earlier Seems like he dinged up his hand a little bit. Flagler with an alley-oop to Wemby. He jumps and spins around and throws it reverse. What were we just saying about sitting Wemby down? Oh my goodness. That is going to be on a highlight reel. Flagler with the alley-oop. Wemby jumps. That's a turn. Reverse. That was nice. All right. Now Wemby can sit down after that. And he did. I mean, Bacano, weren't we mid? We're hoping to get past mid. Luke Cornett's checked in the game, so he's not done for the game yet. So I'm guessing Mitch is going to play the regulars until the fourth quarter. Or for the rest of the third quarter, maybe a fourth quarter, we'll see the G League guys come in. I'm rooting for David Jones-Garcia. James, he was a lot of fun to watch in the Summer League. 2 free throws coming up for the Heat, which I, again, am tired of saying. First free throw's no good, though. Zach, so Jackson Dart, it's kind of tough to rate him because our head coach is just stupid. He has no wide receiver. I mean, his best wide receiver is gone already. So I think he's going to struggle passing the ball just because he doesn't have a great group of receivers to throw to. But he is much more athletic than I realized coming out of college. He can run and run extremely well. Unfortunately, I think he's going to struggle because the Giants suck. They do. I hate saying it. It's going to be another long season. Champagny for 3 again. That one's no good. And Cornet with the rebound gets pushed out of bounds. Dylan Harper's out lip. I don't know when he's coming back. Hopefully soon. Ralph, I'm hoping Dart's, I mean, the Giants moved up in the last draft to draft him, I think, at 19th, so I'm hoping he's the quarterback of the future. It's clearly not Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston. He's in Daniel Jones' situation. Offensive line struggles. Nobody to throw it to. Dumb ASS head coach. Sucks being a Giants fan. Wah. We do have 4 Super Bowls, though. Go figure. Carter Bryant for 3. Oh, boy. That was an air ball. So yesterday in the Spurs video I did, I said that he's been coming up short on a lot of his threes. Well, that one, he came up very long. Norman Powell drive, so it was off the glass good. That's a 69er. The WEM-VP agenda is here. I like that. Spurs ball. Flagler thinks about a 3, pulls it down, 10 on the shot clock. Over to Cornett. Cornett surveying the field, drops it off to Barnes. Barnes with the 3. Short. Heat ball. Down by 9. Powell for 3, riles it in. And it's a 6-point game and a timeout. Red Lightning says, hey, I'm new to the NBA and I chose the Spurs kind of random. But after watching a bunch of stuff, it's got me really excited for what this team holds for the future. Red Lightning, welcome to be a San Antonio Spurs fan. My name is Rich at TSR Sports, and I've been a Spurs fan for 35 years. And we're on the rise right now. The team has direction. They have a franchise player in Victor Wembanyama. They have a lot of great young talent around him. Up-and-comers like Stephon Castle, hopefully Dylan Harper as well. Another all-star in De'Aaron Fox. There are some areas we need some work. 3-point shooting as a whole, and our head coach is only in his 2nd year, so that's going to be a question mark. But otherwise, it's a good time to become a Spurs fan. Shaolin Wemby, exactly. I was reading about how we have too many point guards to share the minutes, and now we cannot even field a single one, right? Anthony Bustamante, I agree. The Suns are better than the Spurs next year. Suns are in a full-on rebuild, aren't they? I know they still got Devin Booker, but I don't think the Suns will be better than this. Franklin, what's up? Are you in Bermuda? Thank you for stopping in. He said the Suns will be better than the Spurs next year. I don't think so. You guys got to get a winning team around Devin Booker. I think the Spurs can win some playoff games. I think the Suns do still have Bobo, do they not? Honestly shows how good this team is. Honestly shows how good this team is. No primary defense, no main ball handler, no driving threat, and we're still winning. That's fair. Okay. Suns ownership is doo-doo. Yeah, I've heard some things from Suns fans. Who is the Suns point guard? Somebody was just saying they got their point guard. Did they draft somebody? Did they trade for somebody? Booker's a shooting guard, right? I'm not an expert on the Phoenix Suns. I'm not an expert on the Phoenix Suns. If you've asked me about the Phoenix Suns, I'm going to be like Charles Barkley, Thunder Dan Marley. I'm going back to like the 90s. So Zach, here's what I would say on that one. I thought Dart would start after the 2 Philadelphia Eagles games, like midway through the season. I think they jumped the gun there because they were 1-3 or 1-2. They panicked and they started Dart. It just shows you that the organization's a mess. They don't know what they're doing, and they'll be 3-14 again or 2-15, and that will get Dable and Shane fired at the end of the year, and then we're starting off with a new coach again. Booker was a point guard early. Okay, James, I thought he was at one point. Hope to see you here often. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you, T-Gunk. I think we're getting close to 27. We're getting close to 28,000. I think we might be getting close to 27,900-ish. Friday Pie Tech, good evening to you. Theowas, I'm hoping Carter Bryant could be something. And my apologies if I say anybody's name wrong. I really hope that Bryant turns out to be who we think he can be. Lindy Waters, the offensive foul. That is a turnover for the Spurs. What the hell is Lindy Waters doing with his hair? Okay. Let's go Heat. Heat fans starting to get a little excited. They're chanting "Let's go Heat" right now, and now a foul on the Spurs. I don't think the Heat are in the bonus yet. Giants have a Jaguars type of situation. The Jags had to go through a few coaches to finally get to things go. Crimson, we've gone through a lot of coaches. Since Coach Coughlin left, Bob McAdoo for 2 years, Pat Shurmur for 2 years, Joe Judge for 2 years. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Is it Dable for 3? Is it 4 coaches? McAdoo, Shurmur, Judge, and then Dable, right? Zach, right? 4 coaches, but that's 4 coaches in like 9 years. According to sources, the Giants have 1 win after the second Eagle game. Dable is getting fired, and Mike Kafka will be... Wow. If we have 1 win going into what, week 8 or 9? Carter Bryant's at the line for 2, by the way. Made the first one. I said Shurmur, though, right? McAdoo, Shurmur, Judge, and then Dable. It is 4. Okay. Carter Bryant at the line for 1 more. I think Carter's going to be special for us. He missed a free throw, though. Because I said he's going to be special, he missed a free throw. I think he's going to be really good. Colauer, by the way, has 14 points and 9 boards off the bench, and we have another whistle. I'm hoping... man, this is going to be... I'm missing the Yankees playoff game. This game is going to be a lot longer than it should be. We're almost at the... I'm almost streaming for 2 hours because of all the whistles. That's ridiculous. Carter Bryant, who's it remind me of? I know some fans like to say a little bit like Kawhi. I don't see that yet. Looks like he could be a solid 2-way player. It's obviously too early to tell. He's a rookie. We don't know his final form, if you will. But you see the tools are there. The athleticism is definitely there. Cornette with the ball. Kicks it out to go around the world. And the 3 in the corner is no good for David Jones Garcia. I like Sean Marion. I remember Sean Marion. No, Belippi, it's not looking good for the Yankees. Sean Marion, man, he was the man. AJ Marino, it's going to depend who's healthy. There's a 3-pointer for Jack Kashionis. It sounds like Darren Fox is not going to be good. Oh, I missed the bucket by the Spurs. Not going to be good to go. I think Castle is a lock. Wemby's a lock. It seems like Barnes, Vassell are locks. If he's healthy, Sohan? Wemby, Sohan, Barnes, Vassell, Castle, which would give us a little bit of size out there. I'm 3 to 4 minutes ahead of you? That's weird because I'm streaming it on NBA League Pass. Usually they're behind. Yo, Jags up 4-1. Do you mean the Blue Jays? We need Turtle. Bryn Forbes, I think, is in jail, Zach. Bryn Forbes got in some trouble. Yep. I don't think we saw a double big at all tonight. I don't remember Wemby and Cornette being on the floor. I don't think that happened. Blue Jays 4-1. Are we in the top of the 8th? That sucks. Yeah, definitely no double big tonight. And now another... God, stop with the whistles. This is frustrating. It's like a whistle every 30 seconds. I'm ahead of you too? That's weird. This is a ridiculous amount of whistles for a preseason game. It's very frustrating. That's nothing I can do about it. Just suck it up, Buttercup, and watch the game and call it. Hey, look, another whistle. Actually, the Yankees don't have the biggest payroll, Ralph. I believe that is the New York Mets who didn't make the playoffs. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Mets had the biggest payroll in baseball. Dude, these refs are tripping. They're wilding. Gribbler, Bryn Forbes, I think or he was in jail. He's got some problems off the court. 2 free throws for the Heat. Kasparas Giakishionis, first free throw is good. Kelly Olynyk, I believe, had a heel injury, but should be good to go for the regular season. Yes, the Yankees are usually up there, Ralph. Yes, they are always around top 5. For sure. Dodgers and Mets have the 2 biggest payrolls. Okay. Sage of Tarragos first go to you. Giakishionis' second free throw was good. 83-79. I hope we never play this team again because the game's going to be Fort Wright. There's a miss. Cornette with a putback, no good. Riley Minnick's follow-up 3, no good. And finally the Heat come away with the ball. And a block by Cornette on Giakishionis from behind. Spurs on the break. And they fumble the ball away. Turnover. And now we're going to have another foul. Of course we are. Phil, they just called another foul. There's been a lot of whistles in this game. We don't need a quarterback school. We're going to need a new head coach. We're going to need we got a lot of needs. These turnovers are killing me. The fouls are killing me. It's rough. Struggle is real. Larson, I don't know, is that Larson or Gardner? I don't know. Some of these guys on the Heat now. All right, Spurs ball up 83-80. That was Larson at the line, by the way. Riley Minnick's with the ball. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. We'll stay with the Spurs. Crimson, this has been... Usually, the live streams for the Spurs games are 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's starting at 8 o'clock and then, doing a roundup. 2 hours and 15 minutes to 2 hours and 20 minutes. We are at the hour and 55 mark with still a minute left in the third quarter. There's been that many stoppages in play, whether it's a ball going out of bounds or free throws, whatever it is. Riley Minnick kicks it out to David Jones Garcia. His three-pointer is no good. The putback is no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Heat ball. Ralph, yes, I feel like I'm watching the Yankees right now. It's still top of the 7th? All right. I may have to end this a little early in the fourth quarter, guys. I do want to catch the end of the Yankees game. It's the playoffs. A little more. I love our Spurs, but that game means a little more than the Spurs game right now. Hopefully, if they lose, they're done, obviously. But I'll stick with this one as long as possible. I looked away, and there was a 3 by Lindy Waters. I didn't think about his name for a second. That's his first 3-pointer made. Thank you, Friday. You know, I love calling our team, hanging out with you guys, but this is a part of the season that sucks when everybody's going, usually the Yankees, the Giants, and the Spurs. There's an air ball for the Heat, and Cornette's going to throw a full court 3, not even close. Taj, I got to think the Dodgers are the favorites, aren't they? Defending champions? Wouldn't that make sense? 86-80. That third quarter did feel like it took forever. Yes, Robert, I agree. No, I don't want to end it yet, Steven. When the Yankees come up in the 8th, that might be when I will call it, when there's 9 outs to go. I'm hoping I have to worry about the Yankees on Friday, which the Spurs play again on Friday. I'll be live for the game Friday. We play the Utah Jazz. Let me actually pull that up and take a look and see what time that game is at. I think it's like 8 or 8:30. It's at home versus the Jazz, 8 p.m. Definitely be live for that. Hopefully Castle or Sohan will be good to go at that point. And then we have a game on Monday, October 13th at 7 p.m. And then Friday, Miss TSR will be back in the United States. We'll be playing the Pacers at 8 p.m. Boy, the Pacers are going to have a... boy, their team got... oh, boy. Tyrese Halliburton out for the year. Lost Miles Turner. I don't remember if they picked anybody up to replace either player. That's a rough offseason. Phil H., I'm going to say it's the refs are just calling a lot of fouls tonight. Addy Terrell, good evening to you. Our guys, I mean... Kelvin Johnson's look great. Champagny looks smooth from 3. So, yeah, there's some things that look good. So, Falcon Lord, I would like to do all 82 games this year. I know that's not going to happen. So, first off, I know I'm going to miss the 3rd game of the year versus the Brooklyn Nets. This is for many reasons. One, the game is going to be blacked out in my area, so I would have to subscribe to, I think, Yes Network to watch the game or get a streaming service with it. So, that's number 1. Number 2, the Giants are playing the Eagles on that day. Giants versus former teammate Saquon Barkley. Even though the Giants stink, I do want to watch that because the Spurs game is at 2 o'clock on a Sunday. And my history of streaming Spurs games in the afternoon versus the NFL, there's usually very little interest. The diehards are here. A lot of you will probably be here, but overall, those streams don't do well. And it's also against the Nets, which the Nets streams don't usually do well anyway. So when you add up all those, I'm like, you know what? It's okay if I don't do all 82 games. I'll miss the game against the Nets. There might be one rando game I miss otherwise, but I'd like to do at least 80. If I'm sick, I am going to take the night off. Last year, I did definitely do a game when I was not feeling well. If I'm not feeling well, I'll take a game off. Hopefully, I don't need to, doesn't come to that. And of course, when the Spurs make the playoffs, I will call every Spurs playoff game. David, Miss TSR is out of the country. Are the Nets looking good? Wemby will get better, yap. Isn't JF that center that's... I don't know, Kokushibo. Take a shot of water with every whistle. Ralph, I couldn't tell you who's on the Nets. I know they drafted like 5 guys in the first round, didn't they? And a bunch of guards too, but I really could not tell you... no, I could... the guy that you guys have wanted. Cameron something Johnson. Actually, didn't he leave the team? Did he get traded? Cam Thomas and Cameron Johnson. Cam Johnson, weren't they both on the Nets? I don't know if they still are. Is Michael Porter Jr. on the... Was that part of the trade? That's what it was. Michael MPJ. Okay, I do know a player. There's a 3-pointer for the Spurs. That was Lindy Waters. Yeah, I do want to call at least 80 games. If it's 81... that'd be great. I just know for sure I'm going to miss the Nets game, but for a multitude of factors. But the rest of the schedule should be pretty good for us to do all the games. But TSR is going to try to be, I would think, a few more games than last year. Yeah, Cam Johnson. Ralph, I forgot. Cam Johnson, MPJ. Yep. And we are playing without a point guard. By the way, if we could get to 200 thumbs up before I eventually call it tonight, that would be really nice, you guys. We are pretty close now. We're at 187 thumbs up. So, yeah, you don't stop because it's 187. All right, going Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, old school there. But if we could get 13 more thumbs up, all right, 20 more thumbs up, a little buffer, I would appreciate that from you. Thank you very much. Back to the game, 89-82. Kel'el Ware with 18 points. He has been cooking all night. The Spurs have not had much of an answer. David Jones-Garcia gets into the paint. Gets it off the glass, and it's good. He was so fun to watch in Summer League. Heat ball, 91-82, down by 9. Middle of the 7th, 4. Okay. Did you say I should do more, Zach? Oh, do more Giant shorts? I mean, I do the game shorts. If there's big news, I'm just not a big guy for talking football. I do like doing the Giant shorts under a minute every time. I did do a Giant song. I did a song about Jackson Dart, and I do have 2 songs written and in the works about the Giants stinking or firing Dable and Shane. So, I mean, there's going to be that stuff too. I love making music. I know it's not a big hit on the channel. The Spurs songs will do better. There is a Baby Yodi song in the works. Yes, a Baby Yodi song, and not Levitating Baby Coyote. They're an actual Yodi song. Oh, I missed 4 points by the Heat. 2 free throws. I'm chatting away here. I kind of look like Kelly Olynyk. Really? People say I look like, people say Riley Minix looks like me. I don't see it. Waters for 3 again. Man, he's heated up here in the second half. There's 7 more. We can do it. Thank you, T-Gunk. And I looked away, and a bucket for Kel'el Ware. That is 23 points for Ware on 9 of 12 shooting. There's a 3 for the Spurs. No good. Heat ball. I'll flip my hat. I don't have the lunch lady land here that Olnick has. Jaquez Jr. from the free throw line. Good. 94-90. Heater crawling back here in the 4th quarter. Are they comparing Kel'el Ware to Wemby? Come on now. No. He looks good tonight. Let's see him do it all season long. Harrison Ingram check in for the Spurs. There's a drive, a bucket, and 1 for David Jones-Garcia. DJG is warming up a little bit. He's trying to find his momentum. He said he's played better all 3 games he's played against Wemby, hasn't he? Jason, what do you mean? Anthony, I forgot Jason Garrett with what? I forgot Jason Garrett. I don't get it. What am I missing here with Jason Garrett? Made the free throw. 97-90. Ware has no Shaolin training. Jason Garrett, head coach of the Cowboys? What are we talking about with Jason Garrett? Thank you, Benjamin. Appreciate that. Jason Garrett was not coach of the Giants. He was an offensive coordinator, wasn't he? I'm like 99% sure Jason Garrett was not the head coach. He was the OC. Am I tripping here? Am I tired? We have a couple free throws for Jaime Jaquez Jr. Garrett sucked in Dallas. I know Jason Garrett was a coach in Dallas, but I was talking about the Giants coaches earlier. No, Crimson Crusader, Wemby's done. He did play until the 3rd quarter, which is I thought he'd only play the first half. Excuse me. Jaquez Jr. with 12 points on 4 of 5 shooting. Harrison Ingram with the ball. Throws it out. DJG, is that a travel? Yep. I appreciate y'all hanging out tonight, and I know that sometimes we have different opinions on the Spurs. We'll debate it, etc., but I do appreciate everybody's opinions. Kel'el Ware with a dunk. He's been on fire tonight. I know I keep saying it, but I do appreciate your support. It's going to be a great season. There's going to be frustrating moments in the season. Mitch Johnson's rotations, maybe poor three-point shooting one night, too many turnovers the next, but I do think this is going to be a really fun, exciting year for us. Is Ace Bailey playing out of his mind? Really? Yeah, Garrett as our OC was awful. Rachel, I don't think so. I'm gonna list up Jason Garrett. I don't think he was ever the coach of the Giants. He was an offensive coordinator. Unless I'm missing something and somebody got fired before a season was over and I'm forgetting, and he took over for like 6 games. All right, let's go up to, all right, Giants coaches. Tom Coughlin, Ben McAdoo. That's right, he got fired early, and Steve Spagnuolo was coach for 4 games, so he was an interim coach. Pat Shermer, Joe Judge, Brian Dable. Nope. Jason Garrett did not coach the Giants ever. Good. It's the last thing the Giants need. I'm sometimes wrong. Don't always agree, Jason. I appreciate that. He was our OC with New York. It was not good. I think it was over there a little over a year. Preseason, Benjamin. Bottom of the 7th, 4-1. Thank you, Ralph. All right, so I'll probably check out on this game around the 5-minute mark. I do want to catch the end of the Yankees game. I'm a Yankees fan. This might be the last time I get to watch them this year. Wemby was on where? Cornette was on where? Looking at the lineup now, Biombo. Bismack Biombo. I did not think he'd be back, but here he is. I don't have a good... Well, you know what? The Yankees... Judge hit that 3-run bomb last night, so maybe the Yankees can pull one out tonight. We'll see. And Kokushiba, I think Wemby will play Friday. They'll shut him down. I think he plays Friday and then they shut him down. He doesn't play next week. That'd be my guess. Well, I could be... Who the heck knows? If he's rusty or has any rust or wants to work on things in his game, he might want to play the game against the Pacers on the 13th. He's not playing the last preseason game. I don't see any way, shape, or form that's happening. Your rent is on the line. 200 thumbs up. We can get a couple more thumbs up, like some insurance thumbs up, if you will, in case one of them disappear. A couple more to like 205-ish, 206. Would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, back to the game. Spurs up by 3. Under 9 minutes to go. Who the hell is this? 17. Who the hell is that? Oh, it's Umadi. Shot clock violation. I keep forgetting to watch the first karaoke sing-off, Homer. I need to watch that. I heard Rodney Minix was special. Oscar, go Spurs, go to you. Actually, go Spurs, go to everybody. Who haven't we seen tonight? We've seen everybody, right? We haven't actually... we haven't seen yet this preseason because one of them's out. Thank a demigod. That is awesome. Turnover Spurs. The ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to go back to San Antonio. I got a coyote right here. It's not a wily coyote, but it's a yodi. $97.94. Oh, you're part of the Jackals. Nice. You know what? I was watching the Jackals audition. It wasn't called the Jackals then, with Miss TSR, and they showed a quick clip of somebody auditioning for it. And I was like, I think I met him in Texas. His name is George. She kind of looked at me like I had 3 heads. And then his full segment came on, and Wemby said, "What's your name?" He said, "My name is George." And she was like, "Holy crap!" I'm like, "I told you I met him." So I do know one of our subscribers is part of the Jackals, and now another part of our subscribers is a Jackal. That's awesome. Jurgen Bay, this game has had a zillion whistles. It's taking far too long. Harris Ingram in the paint, jumper good. I was telling you guys earlier, these streams, with me going over stats, right, going over the box score at the end, wrapping up, usually take 2 hours and 15 minutes to 2 hours and 20 minutes. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 11 minutes, and there's still 8 minutes to go. Wait, did he get a technical? For what? Who got a technical? Because he caught the ball after he made the shot, and he was standing. What a dumb... Yes, go George, go. That's the George. When will the Spurs sell out home games on the regular? When they become a playoff team again, I would think. I would think interest is higher this year and attendance should be really good in Texas. I didn't know that either, Kokoshibo. So he made the shot and he was under the rim, so he caught the ball and he got teed up for that. No, Brooks, Victor's done for the day. There's a missed layup by Umudi? Texans Swarm, that's interesting. But I don't know any Heat fans. So I'd have to reach out to random channels that I don't know and get to know them really quick by watching their content. And that's just something I don't have time for. Kalel Ware with another bucket, 27 points. Basketball is tough to call any with two people, at least for me, because my mouth is going a mile a minute. Having somebody else streaming with me could be difficult. And don't forget, my girlfriend joins me on the streams at times. I'm not bumping her for another YouTube channel. Project Marvel. We'll wait and see. 4-1 end of the 7th. Join the resistance for this. No, I don't. HXC. Aiken, I didn't love the first Mortal Kombat. Let me rephrase that. I love the first Mortal Kombat movie from the 90s. The one from a few years ago, I liked the blood and gore. I thought that was terrific. I'm glad they went full R-rated on that. It's Mortal Kombat. It should be R-rated. The guy that played Kano was hilarious. Scorpion was awesome. But the main character sucked. I missed 2 buckets by each team. That is Hamiakis Jr. with the bucket. I did not like the main guy whose superpower was armor. Boring as all heck. I never understand why a franchise that has a ton of established characters that people know, because the people that are going to watch the Mortal Kombat movie play the game, or at least know the game, or played the game at some point, or knew the movie from the 90s. You have all these wonderful characters, this rich history to pull from. We're in a timeout. And you make some new knucklehead nobody cares about. Why? So that rubbed me the wrong way with that series. I haven't seen the trailer for Mortal Kombat 2. I do believe Carl Urban is playing Johnny Cage, which I'm not sure if I'm sold on that. Hopefully there's a lot of blood, and hopefully there's a lot of finish him, flawless victory, fatality. Yes, I do watch American football. I am a New York Giants fan, unfortunately. They stink again. Carlos Jeter, ¿cómo está mi hombre? The New York Yankees, no bueno. Yankees, no bueno. Puñeta. Showed my 7-year-old son the original movie, now he wants to be Luke Cage. The Miz should have been Johnny Cage. Yeah, it's the top of the 8th. I do want to catch the end of the Yankees game. Would you guys be upset if I called it and went and watched the Yankees game? Their season's about to possibly be over, and while I do want to, I do want to catch the end of the Yankees game. There's 6:45 left. It is a close game. It's also the preseason, and it matters. It obviously doesn't matter in the standings. It's not a real game. I don't know what an Irish goodbye brother is. Hey, no swearing in Spanish. Yeah, I swore in Spanish. What if I call the end of the Yankees game? So I want to do a short for the end of the game, which means I'd have to get up and walk to my TV, though. I might give it another minute. Let's go to, I said the 5-minute mark. We'll go to the 5-minute mark. Oh, Irish goodbye is just leave. So you don't need to say goodbye, just stop the stream. I said I'll stay to the 5-minute mark. I'll stay to the 5-minute mark. How's that? There's 6:45. I'm barring a zillion more fouls. I'll stay to the 5-minute mark. Kasparis Jackie Jonas has 9 assists versus only 1 turnover tonight. That is some tasty ball handling. Nah, it's not where we... Hey. What if I say to the 1 second mark? Nice, Kokoshibo. Good night, Oscar. Yeah, I'll wrap it up shortly. I said the 5-minute mark. This game should be almost over, but the referee's really... The turnover is stopping the clock, and the referee's calling whistle after whistle. There's a long three for the Spurs. No good. We get the ball back. Follow-up three. No good. That was Umani. And Kalel Ware with the rebound. Kalel Ware just beast mode tonight. Texas Swarm, I can't really speak on it because I live in Connecticut, so I got no skin in the game, if you will. Tied game. Jackie Shionis with the pull-up 2. He's got 8 points and 9 assists. Not giving up on the Yankees yet, Carlos. Although if Chapman comes in, they're going to bring Chapman in for the 4th or for the 8th and 9th, aren't they? Bismack Biyamo goes for a huge dunk and didn't have quite the air to do that. Bryant gets the ball back. Pull up Jay. Good. Gophers go to you, depleted mind. Butterfly wasn't here earlier, Carlos. Flexheart, Wemby played. He's done for the day. And Chapman is still good. He's still throwing over 100 miles per hour on the regular. Yeah, the refs are in preseason mode. You weren't kidding, man. They really are. Well, I guess technically, Robert, he did airball a dunk, but the ball never got close to the rim. Wemby's not coming back on the court, Flexart. This is garbage time. Not garbage. Well, yeah. This is all the backups, the G League players, the two-way contracts, the rookies. 0% chance Wemby comes back out. I'm hoping to see Castle, Vassell, Barnes, Wemby, Cornet start versus the Mavs. I don't think we start the two bigs. They didn't even play together tonight. Zero seconds, as far as I know. Stinger X Factor back in the chat. No, I'm not mad at Biyamo. He's older. He's undersized center. He's 6'9". He's got a great wingspan of I think like 7'5", but he's only 6'9"ish. Castle dinged his knee in the scrimmage Saturday night, and he's been held out so far. So yeah, still injured. Spurs ball. Micah Potter for 3. Holy crap, that shot was off. His shot has not looked good in the preseason. He ain't going to get a roster spot this way. When he played, he had his moments, Andres. He's deferring a lot. And a lot of times, oh my God, Carter, that was an awful shot. Shot clock violation. All right, top of the 8th, guys. I do want to catch the end of the Yankees game. I am going to wrap it up here. And there's a timeout. At the rate this game's going, it's going to take another 10, 15, or 20 minutes, and by then the Yankees game will be over. So I'm going to wrap it up. Lauren Wilson, thank you for stopping in. He didn't look great. Only the second preseason game. Let's not forget he had an 8-month break. But we're going into a timeout. I do want to catch the Yankees. I don't know who's more disappointed about the Yankees or the Giants. The Yankees are in the playoffs. The Giants' season's already over. So, my friends, I'm going to wrap it up. I will be back Friday night for the Jazz game, and we'll be here for the whole game. Unless the Yankees make it to Game 5, then I'll probably call it a little early. But I want to hang out with you guys. It's going to be Taiwan to wrap it up. Matthias, I'm wrapping it up. There's about 5 minutes to go, but the Yankees are in the playoffs. They're down to their last 6 outs, and I do want to catch that. I mean, this is preseason. Preseason or playoffs, I got to go playoffs. So my friends, I thank you all for being here. If you give it a thumbs up on the way out, it's now 5-1. I appreciate you. Until next time, on behalf of myself, the Couch Contingent, and Big Yodi, thanks, Leonardo. I'm going to go watch the Yankees. I'm sure they're in the playoffs, and it's sad. What you going to do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go. Go Yankees.